Hey, good people. Welcome to my channel. I am on the floor of my music room again. You caught me a little bushy eyebrowed, but I did trim up the chin hairs a little bit. I am Lisa with Lisa's Voice Works, and you might think, what's her voice working? What is the voice doing? But I knew a long time ago that I was put on this planet to encourage people, and so I do that in a number of ways. I either just say, hey, you go sis, go sir. I love doing voiceover. I love to sing. I love to do poetry. I've written a few children's books. And so it is my goal that my voice works to empower, encourage, and entertain. And so that is the whole reason for Lisa's Voice Works. I am also a part of a dynamic duo. I'm a twin sister, and we operate under the moniker Here to Inspire You. So we want you to find us on Instagram at Here to Inspire You. It is our goal to have a lasting impact on the overall health, heritage, and humanity of people. That just means we want to connect with people. We want to show you some humanity. So we might give, we might volunteer, we might connect with small businesses, new businesses, growing and flourishing businesses to have just a wonderful impact on this planet. And then I am also a widow mommy. And so I take my time and I wear my Sweetie's band around my neck. I am taking my time to share my story on our journey to well and what it is like to be a mom with young children. Well, actually, they're not young anymore. They're teenagers on this journey. So it's a bit of what I know now will be shared right here and then also at my Instagram page. So again, if you want to follow me there, I am on IG at Lisa's Voice Works, LISASVOICEWORKS, Lisa's Voice Works. But you have caught us in the middle of a national pandemic, and there's nothing funny about it. But there are moments that I hope that you're finding laughter and you're finding joy and some good things. And there have been some good things that have come out of this, even in the midst of all the horrible, and our hearts and minds are with all of them. But you have caught me in the middle of a kitchen renovation because, I'm home. So we're not doing anything outside of the home. We're doing a lot here. There's a lot still going on, a lot of work still going on. My children are rocking digital learning. And so this week, I asked them to join me as we worked on our countertops. And look, I just got done, and don't it look like nail polish? It's not, it's paint. But it was really fun. It was really quick, and I cannot wait for you to see it. Okay, 3 words. Okay, watch the demo. Because if you don't, you're going to be like, how sway? Because I want white. And this first thing is black. But you got to watch the demo. And then you're going to be all set. You got to watch the demo. So let's go do some countertops. When opening this kit, the first instructions were head to GianiGranite.com, click on video, and find the demo that pertains to your countertop kit. The obligatory unboxing. Here is the countertop kit, white diamond granite. First thing you are going to see is your primer. I was taken aback because the primer is black. I was okay, we're not gonna stop there. Primer, top coat. It comes with a roller and 2 sponge rollers. One's gonna be for your primer. One is gonna be for your top coat. It has this little paintbrush that you're gonna do your corners with, and this sponge, it's in here real good, that you're going to cut into 4 pieces, and this is going to be a part of all the magic. And you're going to layer these 3 different paints for your countertop, a marble effect. And then again, the instructions, y'all see the first thing it said, watch the demo. Well, I have taped off everything, and yes, I'm using the same drop cloths I use for my counters, for my cabinets. If you have not seen that video, you need to go and check that out. So I'm gonna clean my countertops really well, follow it with a Brillo, which was a suggestion. We're gonna use our kit, and then we do need a paint tray for the primer. Here I took my gray sponge brush and went around the creases as they suggested of the countertops, and we are now doing the stroke. They wanted you to start at the crease and go up, crease and go up. My strokes were not as smooth and cute as I wanted them to be for this video, but at the crease and up, and here I am tackling the corner of the countertops. So I'm just trying to make sure that I get all of it, and we're just about done. Here are the countertops already with this black prime. God, I don't know how it's gonna work, but I have faith. And here's where the magic happens. I've been waiting to say that. 3 layers. You're gonna have gray stone, a quartz layer, and then the last one is white limestone. They told us to go in like 2 by 2 sections and start sponging it on. And so we made this a family affair. I started first, and then my son came in with the second layer, and here we are, honey, just sponging away. And finally, I let my daughter, who I know is a perfectionist, bring up the rear, because I know she would get all those parts that we missed. And so we were just moving along, 3 folks just sponging the countertop in layers, and that is how it went. So we're gonna let you enjoy a little bit of sponging. We had some music on. Every now and then we were going to the rhythm. It was scary. It didn't look like it was gonna turn out. My son was even like, "Ma, do you like it?" And once again, here are all the layers. So here's that first gray stone layer. And then RJ is layering on the quartz layer. And finally, the white limestone. And we did go back to make it even whiter. We are all dry from overnight. The countertops are ready for the top coat. And you will feel, I'm gonna go over it with this dry. Oh, you probably really can't hear it. But there is some texture to it, because just by doing the sponging, it kind of left some texture. And it did suggest for you to really wipe the surfaces clean. I'm actually kind of digging in on some spots to make sure I don't have anything that is lifted, so that it'll be nice and smooth. See that little spot? So it'll be nice and smooth before we put the top coat on. See, there's a little spot. Ooh, you can't see it, but there's some pretty glitter in this top coat, and it kind of has like a bluish tint to it. We do the same thing with the sponge. We're going in the creases first with our top coat, and then we're using that same stroke of starting at the crease and going up. This one's a little bit smoother than when I was putting the primer on, so I'm pretty proud of myself. We let this dry for 4 hours and then did another top coat. So there are 2 top coat layers, and I am so thrilled with it. It's all shiny. The sun is shining on it, and it really looks good. And here's just my tip one more time. I shared it in my last video. In between coats, go ahead and put your brush in a little plastic bag so that it can stay wet and won't dry out in between your coat. And for those who don't remember, here is the before. And flat out, here is the after. I love my countertops. So let's go on the grand tour. Did I mess up? Yes. Like over here, I tried to put those doggone cracks in it and I hated it. So my daughter had to calm me down and we covered it up. And then you're also going to see like around the edges, I still have the paint. The paint's around the sink. I'm not worried about that. I have one more very cool project. And then I'm going to cover that like with the caulking stuff. But here it is, y'all. White countertops. How are the kids? That's probably the biggest question I get, and I've gotten that really again along this journey of healing. But right now during the pandemic, how are the kids? We are taking a lot of time to address adults, and we're saying make sure you take your me time. There's a lot that has changed with work criteria and all of that, but we have young people who are going to school at home. And so probably about a week or two into digital learning, I sat my kids down and I relieved them of the pressure of feeling like they had to be superhuman. Because I recognize, even though I think sometimes we give young people a disservice, you know, when we say, what are they? They ain't been through nothing. They only such and such an age. They are very much aware that this world has absolutely turned upside down. And so to expect them to perform on the same exact level, really behavior, thoughts, patterns, school, everything, to expect it on the same level would not be fair, because we have had to change and alter our lives so much. And so I did sit them down and told them that I was very aware of that. And so if there was a moment where it was too much, I needed them to check in with me. And if it was a conversation I need to have with a teacher or something for them to chill or stop, that's what we would do. Now, I told them the reason why I wanted us to continue on is from something we've learned very early on. When you feel like you're out of control, it is an amazing thing to do things that help you to keep some kind of routine. And so for us, that routine is school. You are a young person. Your education is important. And if I can stop right here to say, our county is the bomb. Our educators, our technical staff, bar none, the bomb at digital learning, because we've done it, really have digital learning in place for probably about 3 years, because when we have snow days, these kids go to school so that they don't have to make up a day at the end of the year. So I cannot say enough about our county. And even though they might be at home pulling their hair out, they make it look seamless, and they stellar. Hands up, bravo to this county, Gwinnett County, okay? The bomb. So with digital learning, but I just kind of relieved them of that guilt, of that pressure that they had to be superhuman. I want you to give it your very best, but if there's a day that you can't. So I just want to, again, just remember the kids, check in on the kids. And so it was fun. That's why I really kind of wanted them on this project. They were a little leery of it at first, like, oh Lord, but they were pretty proud at the outcome. God bless. Stay tuned for the next project. I'm really, this is like the one I'm really excited about. See y'all later.